On today's episode of What's Going On with Shipping, a crude oil tanker and one of the world's largest container ships collided early Tuesday, December 3rd, in the Straits of Gibraltar. I'm your host, Sal Mercogliano. Welcome to today's episode. So, I was preparing to do a video on a variety of topics. I was thinking about giving you an update on the Tim S. Duel, the large bulk carrier that is still grounded over in the St. Lawrence. I was going to give you an update on the Yipeng 3. This is the Chinese bulker that had sailed from Russia over two cables in the Baltic and potentially severed them. The ship has been at anchor in the Kattegat outside of international waters between Denmark and Sweden. But everybody seems to want to talk about this story. Mega-Containership and oil tanker collide in the Straits of Gibraltar. The accident involved the crude oil tanker Gloria Maris, carrying 25 crew members, and the ultra-large container ship HMM St. Petersburg with 24 crew members aboard. This could have been a massive catastrophe involving one of the largest container ships in the world and a Suezmax, in other words, a ship big enough that it just fits through the Suez Canal. Fortunately, no injuries on board. There's been no oil spill. The Suezmax tanker had actually just offloaded in Cartagena, and both ships are now in Algeciras in Spain undergoing damage assessment. We're going to take a look at this, break it down for you. We're going to do a little Juan Brown here and kind of walk our way through this event. If you're new to the channel, hey, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be alerted about new videos as they come in. So we're going to fire up marine traffic. This is what we use to track vessels. All vessels have AIS, an automated information system transponder. The two vessels in question, the collision occurred approximately 8.9 miles southeast of Algeciras. The tanker was traveling in ballast. It had recently discharged 147,564 tons of crude oil in the port of Cartagena in Spain. The HMM St. Petersburg, this is HMM, this is the former Hyundai Merchant Marine, this is a Korean shipping line, was operating on its regular, what's called the FE4 service. This is the Far East to Europe service connecting North China to Northern Europe. The ship is over 400 meters long, that's 1,300 feet, and it has a capacity for 24,000 TEUs. This makes it one of the largest container ships in the world out there. You'll notice here the track lines of the vessel. HMM St. Petersburg is taking that long diversion because of the Houthi around Africa and was coming up to the port of Algeciras in Spain. Algeciras key here because it is a major transshipment hub. A lot of container ships come in there, dump their containers, and shift those containers over to other ships. We just had the announcement from Spain that Spain isn't allowing U.S. flag vessels into this port because of a situation where they believe American ships are transferring over weapons that are going to Israel. Did a whole video about it. You can see it up above there. You can take a look at it and see further about it. The Gloria Maris was coming out of Cartagena, and both these ships had some very interesting tracks, particularly the Gloria Maris. Gloria Maris departed Cartagena on 30 November. And in the ocean, particularly here in the Mediterranean Sea, and as you get to the gut, as you get to the Straits of Gibraltar, it becomes very dense with shipping. It's one of the most densely packed areas where shipping comes together. There's a series of traffic separation schemes here where you basically have lanes. Here's the Gloria Maris doing about 10 knots, heading roughly southwest, heading toward the Straits of Gibraltar. And the ship follows a pretty normal track here. I'm going to fast forward to when the ship arrives off Gibraltar. So we zoomed in here. Here's Gloria Maris making the approaches to Gibraltar. Does a little bit of a dogleg there to get around a vessel, but then the ship slows down and makes a large circle and then heads up into this area here to kind of drift around for a while. And not sure why she's doing it. A lot of times that happens to wait for an anchorage to come in. We assume that's what's happening. The ship is going to come into Algeciras right off Gibraltar, this big, huge bay here. Algeciras is on the west side. Gibraltar is on the east side. Gibraltar is a part of the United Kingdom. Algeciras is Spain. And so Gloria Maris is out here drifting, kind of just out of the way, out of the track, waiting to come in. Now, this ship is a fairly new ship built in 2021. She's flagged in Liberia, as I mentioned to you before, 156,000 tons, 274 meters in length. Ownership, it's owned by the beneficial owner is NGM Energy. That is out of Greece. Its registered owner is Gloria Maris out of Liberia. That's usually the Shell Corporation that oversees it. The operator is NGM Marine out of Piraeus. So over the last 12 months, the ship has made 4 port calls into Nigeria, 3 into Singapore, and then 2 into each the United States, Italy, and India, and obviously right here into Spain has been the other ones. So as usual with tankers, they tend to get around. So we fast forward a little bit here, and here she is coming into the port, give you an idea of traffic in and around the Straits of Gibraltar, just to give you all the traffic there. There is a lot of ships in and around the area, you'll see. And here is Gloria Maris. She's out here at the holding anchorage outside the port for a brief period of time. She is eventually going to come into the port. So this is Gloria Maris. She's a big ship. There is an inert gas system on ships to provide the inert gas into the tanks so that you don't have an explosive buildup. Believe it or not, it's really important to do that when the ship is more in an empty condition than a loaded condition. So you really want to keep the tanks inert. Fortunately, this ship is empty. And so see how high the ship is riding here. This is what you would see the ship in a typical ballast condition. This is HMM St. Petersburg, a monster of a ship. I mean, monster. Ship was built 4 years ago. She's flying under the flag of South Korea, capable of carrying almost 24,000 TEU on board. I mean, when you talk about big ships, this is it. I mean, you don't get much bigger than these beasts here. There's a dozen of these ships that were built by HMM at the time. They were the largest ships built in 2020. They have since been eclipsed, but they still are on that end. These ultra large container ships, these are the ships that operate exclusively on the route from Asia to Europe. All right, here is marine traffic once again. Here you see HMM St. Petersburg at roughly about 11, 12 knots, making its approach into the big separation scheme into the Strait of Gibraltar. Coming in, the ship is heading up to Algeciras. Again, there are 2 big ports here. One is on the southern side here at Tangier in Morocco. The other one up here at Algeciras. So HMM St. Petersburg is making its approach in. Up here, you see the Gloria Maris at anchor. And what's going to happen is HMM St. Petersburg is going to make its arrival into Algeciras. It's going to turn into the port. In the meantime, Gloria Maris is going to be making its departure from the port and coming out. And what you're going to get here is right in the center of the channel here, a collision between the 2 vessels. And so we're going to take a look at this, break it down, and what should have happened as it. So St. Petersburg, heading on an east-northeast course, is going to start swinging northward. Here's Gloria Maris coming out at roughly around 10 knots. And you see both ships are now making an approach. We're going to zoom in. I'm going to remove the track lines here for a minute. So here's HMM St. Petersburg. It is making its approach. Put former tracks on there. 9.1 knots, heading in a northeasterly course. Gloria Maris is heading southbound, 12.2 knots. Now, Gloria Maris is going to be outbound from the Straits of Gibraltar, meaning she's got to come southward and turn into this lane here and either cross in front of HMM St. Petersburg or pass down its starboard side and then make the turn to fall in right behind her and make the departure. She doesn't want to wait too long to make the turn because she doesn't want to get into the oncoming traffic. So when you learn the rules of the road, they're usually very nice and clean, and it's one vessel and another vessel. That never happens. It's always a mess like this, where there are multiple ships. So notice Gloria Maris is coming southbound out of Algeciras, and then the Boston is also coming southbound at the same time. HMM St. Petersburg needs to head up into Algeciras. It's got a couple of options here. HMM St. Petersburg can continue heading northeast, cut in front of Maris and Boston, and then make its approach into Algeciras. However, you do have the Alina K coming westbound at this time. Gloria Maris and Boston can start turning, to get into the channel and give it wide berth. This is why AIS was created, not so I can sit here and play Monday Night Quarterback, but so ships can call specific vessels and work out which way they're going to go. So we slowed it down here, and what we see is the beginning of the problem. Gloria, Maris, and Boston are turning to right, to starboard. HMM St. Petersburg is turning to left. And what you have is a head-on situation involving multiple ships. HMM St. Petersburg looks like its plan here was to goalpost to kind of go right between Boston and Gloria Maris. In other words, take Glorious Maris down its starboard side, take Boston down its port side. Also notice there's some other vessels here hanging off the port and starboard quarter, the back end of HMM St. Petersburg. So this is going to involve some real fine maneuvering here. Also notice you're dealing with a current. So HMM St. Petersburg is looking like it's sliding a little bit, but that could be because of wind and current. The ship is actually moving more to the northeast than it's pointing, and that could be confusing Gloria Maris here. Now what we start to see is Gloria Maris starts to turn. It looks like Gloria Maris was trying to either cut ahead of HMM St. Petersburg or cut onto the stern really fine. Again, you have this other vessel here, Volcan de Tamnista, who's also out here, and then you have the Boston. And what we start seeing is this approach. Gloria Maris is turning. Now, understand, ships will pass starboard to starboard. You're supposed to pass port to port. You're supposed to pass left to left. They were going to pass right to right. You're dealing with multiple vessels here, and Gloria Maris is making the maneuver here. HMM St. Petersburg could have avoided this by turning right and just coming down this way away from it, but it was deciding to kind of make the maneuver between two ships. And what we see is Gloria Maris now is turning hard right. Remember, the ship is a big Suezmax tanker. It's empty, it's in ballast, it's riding high, its rudder isn't going to be as effective. Wind and currents will have an effect on it. HMM St. Petersburg, the same way. You're seeing the same maneuver here. And unfortunately, what you're getting into is a collision scenario. And both vessels will strike at that point. Gloria Maris will strike the HMM St. Petersburg on its starboard side. Gloria Maris will hit port side forward, and both ships will take a glancing blow off each other. Gloria Maris comes to basically a stop at that point, and HMM St. Petersburg also will slow down and assess its situation. So both vessels stop their approach into the harbor at that point and are now kind of assessing the situation. Now, according to Spain's Maritime Rescue Service, the Salvamento Maritimo, quote, after the ships had been inspected by the crews, damage was observed to the lateral structures, but there was no danger of sinking or spilling. So in other words, they did not suffer damage below the waterline. Here you see the Salvamar de Nebula coming out to the Gloria Maris. This is one of Spain's Maritime Rescue Service vessels coming out to assess and see the Gloria Maris, and then the vessel heads over to HMM St. Petersburg to do the similar service. Two vessels were sent out, the Luz de Mar and the Salvamar de Nebula were dispatched, and here's Luz de Mar coming out at the moment. Here both vessels are beginning their approach in and coming into the harbor. Here's the position of Gloria Maris. She is up in the inner harbor, just above Algeciras and Gibraltar. And here's HMM St. Petersburg up against the breakwater, being in a holding position, waiting to get up against the terminal. So both ships sitting there in Algeciras at this time. This video was posted by Salvamento Maritimo, the Spain's Maritime Rescue Service. You'll notice the damage to the side of the vessel. This is obviously the port side, the left side, the front left side of the vessel that hit up against it. Looks like she took some damage to actually the anchor and the upper bulwarks, which is the very top of the vessel there, along where the anchor chains are stored. She took a good smack there on the side. Haven't seen damage assessments yet for the HMM St. Petersburg. I assume it will be pretty significant too from her sides. Looks like her anchor actually may have lost one of the flukes, one of the areas that dig in there. Hard to see in that image, but definitely getting a perspective. So, as always, running ships at the velocity and the volume that we move cargo is going to lead to accidents. Fortunately, in this case, we don't have a spillage, we don't have a loss of life. The damage here is basically bumper boats. And now we're going to have to assess how that works. There's going to be an investigation. Obviously, Spain will be leading part of that investigation because the ships were brought into Spain. You have multiple registries here. You have Liberian registry, you have Korean registries, you have the insurance companies involved. Not sure how long HMM St. Petersburg is going to be held in port to clear, so you may have some issues with cargo delays coming off that. Fortunately, Gloria Maris was in ballast, empty, so we don't have a fuel spill, which is really, really good. But Straits of Gibraltar, these maritime choke points, are extremely dangerous because you bring so much traffic together in them. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hey, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so be alerted about new videos as they come out. Leave a comment, share it across social media, and if you can, support the page. How do you do that? Hit the super thanks button down below, or head on over to Patreon and become a monthly or yearly subscriber. Don't forget to check us out on Spotify, too, for podcast versions of our videos. Until our next episode, Sal, signing off.